Spinal cord.
Definition: the major column of nerve tissue that is connected to the brain and lies within the vertebral canal and from which the spinal nerve emerges. 31 pairs of spinal nerve origin in the spinal cord, 8 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral, and 1 coccygeal. The spinal cord and the brain constitute the central nervous system. The spinal cord consists of nerve fibers that transmit impulse to and from the brain. Like the brain, the spinal cord is covered by 3 connective tissue involved called the meninges. The space between the outer and middle envelopes is filled with cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, a clear, colorless fluid that cushions the spinal cord against hearing shock.
Spinal cord components. The spinal cord is the most largest structure of our body and the most important too, because it extends from the foramen magnum in a skull to the level of the first or second lumbar vertebra, like we can see in this picture. It's divided in 31 pairs of spinal nerves, whose name taken into account where they are. It means that if it's in a cervical region, this pair it's gonna be called cervical nerves, and so on. Another thing that the spinal cord have is 3 different meninges: pia, arachnoid, and dura. Dura is the outermost meninge of the spinal cord. The second one is arachnoid, and the last one is pia. Between arachnoid and pia, we can find cerebrospinal fluid, which is colorless, and it bathes brain and spinal cord. If we make a transverse section, like in this picture, we can find in the middle of the spinal cord 2 different sections we are called white matter and gray matter. White matter is in the periphery area and the gray matter is inside. As we can see, gray matter shaped like the letter H, where we can see 2 antlers. First of all, we have the anterior antler, which have a motor function, and then we have a posterior antler, which have a sensitive function.
Function 1. Transmission of sensory and motor information to the first 1 pairs of nerves of the spinal body. 2. Efferent functional cell nerve impulses from the third neck and systems to the brain. 3. The efferent function that carries signals from the brain to the region of the body. 4. Information process. 5. Immediate reactions. Reflexes.
Clinical significance injuries can be caused by trauma to the spinal column. It can be stretching, bruising, applying pressures, severing, laceration, etc. The vertebral bones or in the vertebral disc can shatter, causing the spinal cord to puncture by a sharp fragment of bone. Usually, victims of spinal cord injuries will suffer loss of feeling in certain parts of their body. In either case, a victim might only suffer loss of hand or foot function. More severe injuries might result in paraplegia, tetraplegia, or full body paralysis below the site of injury to the spinal cord. The two most commonly injuries are the cervical spine and the lumbar spine. Spinal tumors can occur in the spinal cord and disc and can be either inside or outside the dura mater.
As we know, the spinal cord ends at the level of vertebra L1, L2, while the subarachnoid space, the compartment that contains cerebrospinal fluid, extends down to the lower border of S2. Lumbar punctures in adults are usually performed between L3, L5 to avoid damage to the spinal cord. In the fetus, the spinal cord extends the full length of the spine and regresses as the body grows.